Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I thought as we're approaching the end of 2025, and my goodness, this year has been on roller skates. I can't believe we're in December soon. So, anyway, I'm going to do obviously, I'm going to do the whole of December for everyone, all the ascendants, but do please also listen to the moon. Where, say, for example, if your ascendant is, say Aries, but your moon sign may be in Scorpio, so listen to both Scorpio and Aries. That way you get like a feeling of what the planets are promising you, where the opportunities are, but then also how you're feeling about those transits and what you would like to dip your toes into and experience, and what you don't want to. So anyway, this is very important time because I did a video a while ago about Sagittarius. So because in the skies we have Saturn in Pisces, 10th aspect, which is like the most important aspect because it really kind of it's your how people see you. 10th house, like because it's what you do, you seriously can't actually move away from. And 10th aspect is it's like your responsibility, your duty. And obviously K2 is also in Leo, from there is aspect in Sagittarius. And Jupiter will pretty soon will be going into Gemini again, and from there will be aspect in Sagittarius own sign. So it's protecting it, but it's also situations are occurring where there's going to be massive changes. And in that video I talk a lot about what actually this means, and what happens is this month, which is month of December, all of the personal planets like the Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury will actually go into that sign. So it's a very important time. And also the new moon that ends the year for us will be in Sagittarius as well. So there's lots of things to process for all of us when it comes to Sagittarius, which is the sign of goal setting, belief system, focus, and also it's like opportunities, sign of like our heritage as well, in a sense. So a lot going on, and also because we're fast approaching what would be Satya Yuga, in what it means also, because Sagittarius is a sign of truth. And what's happening now with the Satya Yoga going on and all the planets having impact on that sign, it just means that we are having an unveiling and awakening, and the humanity is literally, the veil is coming off. So if we were to, we are literally be invited to not live an outer world, if you like, not always be like out there doing, but actually reflecting on the inside, because all the answers are within us. So very good, and we can actually smell if there's anything iffy when people are telling us lies, whether it's our friends, family, or colleagues, boss, governments, all of that, we can actually sense it and smell it. So a lot of truths are going to come out, particularly about events that happened in the last 5 years, and also about how the world runs. There's going to be financial systems will be also impacted, politics, leaders, also the judiciary system as well, because justice and judges, all of that is actually ruled by Sagittarius. So very important time. And for us, we need to just literally observe what's going on in the world, but not really absorb the information, because we need to work on ourselves. The moment we work on ourselves, our outer world becomes more beautiful. So we all live on this beautiful, abundant planet, and we need to learn more about it during this time. And that I wanted to actually just point out too, during this period, basically, which goes on till January, all of the personal planets, which are like Mars, Mercury, Venus, they all combust or become combust at certain times. Like, for example, Venus will be very combust, so would Mars, and actually is in Kazemi, what would be like 2nd of January, I think, 2026. So when Mars is combust, we can be like a bit rash, not really taking time, and use the logical side of Mars. We can do this with haste. We could, with Venus being combust, we could just be like meet people that are completely bad for us, but we just like don't want to see it, you know, like because obviously when you're combust, you're agitated, or we could just have arguments with females or with our loved ones for no reason at all, just be agitated. And Mercury obviously just means that it can affect our skin, our digestive system, our nervous system. With Mars, blood, you know, you could just suddenly see red, as they say. So just be aware of this. We could be triggered during this time. Just really go with the flow. That will be really what I would sort of say is really healthy to do. Just go with the flow. So anyway, but the best thing is when you know these are happening in the sky with astrology, you can kind of like have a really good, you know, you can actually set the pace for everything, which is fantastic. Okay, let's do the ascendants. Let's share this with you. Okay, so allow me please to just actually, this is on the 5th, so I just wanted to say on the 1st of the month, just go back some hours as well. Right, so as you can see, hold a bit. Okay. Right, so we have Moon and Ashwini, kind of like 1st of December. It could go into the 2nd, depending on where you are. If you want to do your intentions and get the most out of Moon being in Ashwini, please, you know, just make a note in your area. So it's a really good day for intentions. And then we have on the 5th of the month. Okay. Hello, this video is for Leo Ascendant or Leo Moon using a sidereal zodiac for the month of December 2025. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're all well. Let's see what's going on. It's an interesting month. You know, as I said before, like the focus this year has been very much about Sagittarius, and obviously Jupiter will be retrograding back into Gemini this month, and he will be there, you know, for quite a long time. So yeah, so it's very important to deal with things to do with Sagittarius. They're all blessed anyway, because once Jupiter goes into Gemini again to review, reassess things that we didn't get done to do with your 11th house and qualifications, elder sibling networks and things like that. We get very much invited to do that, but it's protecting Sagittarius from there. But bearing in mind that Sagittarius comes after Scorpio, so these planets, all our personal planets, will be going through Scorpio. So that means that there's some transformational things going on with each of those planets. So it's very important to just like let go, transform, let go, and just like literally work on our emotional health, well-being, inner child. There's a lot of healing going on with this. So for you guys though, let's just say that basically you're very lucky in the same sense that Sagittarius is basically your 5th house. So all of these planets that are going to be going through Sagittarius, Scorpio, will end up in Sag. And all of these will just let go of things that maybe hold you back and they're not so beneficial before they go into Sagittarius. But all of our personal planets will be combust. So it's very important to know that not only going through transformation through going Scorpio, but they're also going to go through purification as well during the time in Sagittarius. And the sign is also quite fiery too. So we're very, very much invited not to be reactive to things, be impulsive, do things just on the whim, and just really think, plan. This is really time to plan. Get 3 times this month we get a chance to put our intentions out. Moon will be in Ashwini twice, in Swati 1 time. And so it's very important to just like utilize all the things that are being gifted to us in a really, really nice way. So anyway, but we start the month with Moon in Ashwini, intention time. Exalted Jupiter, which is like your 5th and 8th house ruler, in the 12th house. So it really helps your sleeping pattern actually. And just, you like to just chill. You're okay with creativity, dreaming, daydreaming, and imagination really going mad during this time, with Jupiter being there, expanding that. Excuse me. Excuse me. So we have like Mars, Sun, and Venus in your 4th house. So Venus obviously has got directional strength in the 4th house. It's your 3rd and your 10th house ruler there. So obviously you got very creative job, and also you're happy, you know, like 4th house is happiness. When you got Venus there, it's fantastic placement for it. But it's combust because it's sitting right next to a hot sun, and although it's friendly with Mars, but Mars, you know, make Venus kind of be a little bit impulsive too. But however, all these planets are having a real impact onto your 10th house. Sun and Mars impact in the 10th house is very good, and Venus, wherever it is, there is an enjoyment, and wherever it actually aspects, we enjoy it too. So there's more emphasis on home and family and security, happiness, than it is to do with work. So that's what's going on. We're trying to have that balance in life. So we start then on the 4th of the month. Let's go to the 4th so you can see it. Okay, so now we have a full moon occurring in what would be your 10th house. Like this is the 12th house ruler, moon exaltation sign in Taurus. So this is the moon that wants to be out and about. So at work, people are really enjoying connecting with you. They trust you. You're much more creative as well. So and also it's a really enjoyment time, you know, because obviously Venus and Moon, whenever they have any connection, that just makes them really want to. It's an enjoyment time. So it's about like manifesting you want to be out and about and really enjoying working and connecting with people. The next day you have Moon with Jupiter. Jupiter retrogrades back into what would be your 11th house. It is for you your 5th and 8th house ruler in the 11th. So you could be suddenly gaining something, qualification, suddenly start doing like a qualification maybe that you've been sitting on for a while and you've been thinking about. You might manifest it at this time. And connecting with your elder sibling will be very beneficial time for you. So yeah, all the things that is to do with your 11th house that maybe you didn't get a chance to do, like connecting some groups, connecting to some old friends and networks, will be very beneficial to you. And from there, Jupiter is also aspecting your 5th house, which is lovely. So for those of you who want to have children, you know, this Jupiter is definitely saying, why not? And then we have Mercury goes in Scorpio. So as you can see, got massive stellium of planets in your 4th house. 3 of them are not, you know, quite, well, Mercury is not combust, but definitely Venus and Mars are. So just, you know, all about home, family. That is really the focus for you. Your mum, feeling good, feeling happy, feeling safe. And then we have Mars then goes into Sagittarius. Still combust though, because it's still very close to the Sun. Now Mars there is getting a lot of help from Jupiter, but obviously Mars is quite a heady planet. It is your Yoga Karaka planet, 4th and 9th house ruler. And it's gone in your 5th house. So it actually creates a really nice Raja Yoga for it, Dana Yoga. And Jupiter is also like 5th house ruler aspect in what would be your 4th house ruler. Again, another Raja Yoga. So it's a good combination. It's very nice. But Mars is actually combust. Let's go on to the next one. So we have, let's go to the 15th, 16th. Okay, so now we have Moon in Swati, so second day of the month to actually put your intentions out. And let's go next day. So Sun now goes into, on the 16th, goes into Sagittarius. Both planets being held by Jupiter. And but Jupiter is retrograde, so strong, but it's not in a friendly sign. But just remember that Mars is agitated by the Sun. Now we have Venus and Mercury in your, so we have two planets that are very friendly towards each other, quite refined. So it's a really nice time to do things with the family, cinema, theatre, go out dancing, go out to nice cafes and restaurants and really be romantic with your loved one, take your family out. Really nice. These are wonderful, and they both are aspecting your 10th house as well, so it's a lot of joy there as well. But lovely, make the most of this, take your family and really enjoy being with them. Okay, so debilitated moon there, or debilitation sign. Okay, now we have, at this moment, we have like what would be a new moon in your 5th house of children, education, academia, assets, speculations, all those kind of good karma, all that sort of stuff going on there. So it's time to really reflect back this time with this new moon. It's really time to really just try and be a little bit more observing rather than absorbing, really kind of planning what you like to do, goal setting, because all the sign of Sagittarius is all about setting goals and getting the truth, really being sort of like more, get what you want, that kind of thing. But you got to remember, it's also the sign of the truth and being right. So sometimes we don't want to be right and be unhappy. It's better to be happy than being right. So sometimes it depends how you push that out, especially with Mars being so combust. Then we have Venus going into that sign as well. So Venus rules your 10th house and 3rd house. It's now in the 5th house, which is very, very creative time for you. But remember that all of this is a little bit spoiled by Saturn being the 6th house ruler aspect in them. So just be aware that you don't get yourself into conflict and more bother. Just be really really observing rather than absorbing during this time, planning rather than action, because of the planets being so agitated. And so let's go, and now we see that Mercury actually also, as moon goes into Ashwini in Aries, then Mercury also goes into the sign of Sagittarius. So there's a lot of things going on. There's an exchange between Mercury and Jupiter going on there. But as I said, Saturn is actually aspecting, and it's a 6th house ruler. So just be aware not to rush into anything. Don't let that combustion get the better of you. And it is actually also obviously I have to go back a few hours, but it will change the ascendant. But just remember that all the planets go to Mula, especially and you really want to just be able to like plan things and do things from root up, because Mula is all about getting to the roots of things. Don't deal with things like in a flippant way. Just make sure you're quite thorough. So if you do sort out like a cupboard or declutter or something, do it properly. Bring everything out clean and just go through each piece of paper. And that's really, diligence is very important during this time. So using the energy of Mars, the Sun, to really, and actually intelligence of Mercury, to really get those things done in a very good way. And that's it really. So we end the year in that way. So it's very much time for purification through Scorpio and the Sun and Sagittarius, and actually like letting go because of Scorpio. So it's very important to just like go into the new year all fresh and feeling like, okay, I dealt with all these things, I'll start the new year like slate clean. All the very best for the festive season. Happy Christmas to you, and Happy New Year. Thank you very much for supporting me. Bye for now.